And as you all know, just a couple of days ago, it was phenomenal. We got the first ever XRP ETF launched, had phenomenal volume. Brad Garlinghouse, super stoked on that. Obviously, he said it's finally happening. Remember, this is only the first one of at least 10 XR ETFs that are coming along very shortly. In fact, the launch did so well, it actually beat the other largest one, becoming the biggest day one launch of this year. It beat B Solana's. Now, some people are a little confused though. Hey, why isn't the price going up? Well, an interesting thing did happen. 96,966 XRP were actually transferred from an unknown wallet to an unknown wallet. Well, there has been a lot more sleuthing going on, and they have discovered that somebody created in-kind ETF certificates of the Canary Capital ETF. So essentially what that means is they actually, instead of sending United States dollars to Canary Capital to buy XRP ETF certificates, they actually just sent in XRP coins and then received that equivalent in the ETF certificate. So let's talk about the key facts that came into play here with this Canary Capital launch. And I know this is a quick recap here. Some of you guys may have seen this 100 times already, but I just want to go over this for us. On November 13th, Canary Capital launched the spot XRP ETF called XRPC on NASDAQ, and it received a record-breaking 58 million trading volume on its first day. XRP supply on exchanges dropped sharply, with 149 million XRP worth about $336 million withdrawal in 24 hours, indicating major accumulation and tighter liquidity ahead of new ETF launches. Now, we are going to head over to Crypto Quant and check on those exchange reserves to see if that correlates properly. The launch of this XRPC ETF is expected to boost awareness of XRP's utility, likely increasing adoption and liquidity as more institutions invest in regulated products. So as we've been talking about, that last statement there, regulated products, okay? So this is what the really, really wealthy people care about. They're not the ones that want to go dabble on Coinbase and Robinhood and do whatever. They want to go through their accredited investment solution, and that is what they're using, regulated products through a regulated broker for them. And remember, this is only one broker of many. And in fact, Canary Capital is a very light asset under management brokerage compared to what is coming in the future. And you may remember when everyone on crypto Twitter was talking about the fact that the crypto market was going to absolutely pump to the moon as soon as our interest rates started to come down. Well, unfortunately, that did not happen. Our current target rate is 4.0. We're at 4.0 interest rate right now. And there was very excitement and speculation that this December of 2025, which will be on the 10th, was going to have another reduction. And it was actually a very high percentage that another reduction was coming. However, it has significantly gone away. And we have a simple look down here. So a month ago, October 14th, there was a 94% probability that we were going to get an additional rate cut down to 3.75. And then a week ago, it went to 66%. And then a day ago, it went to 50%. And literally today, it's already all the way down to 44%. So within a month, things that have changed in the economy, reports that have come out, have taken us from a 94%, almost a sure thing last month, down to probably not going to happen this month. And when we take a look at January's potential rate cut, similar things going on here. It was a 50-50, right? So there's 50% that it was going to happen. And then last week it got more exciting and it's been tapering off. And that would be reducing it down to 3.75. But there was even speculation we were going to be going down to 3.5. In fact, there was a 50% chance. Then it went to 28 and then down to 20. And now it's at 60. So we know we're not going to 3.5%. We might still have a possibility going to 3.75 in January. Not looking like it's going to happen in December. Nearly 67% of investors forecasted an interest rate cut of 25 basis points in December when polled during the first week of November. In September, several banking institutions forecasted at least 2 interest rate cuts were going to be happening in 2025, with market analysts and investment banking company Goldman Sachs and banking giant Citigroup each projecting 25 basis points cut. The declining odds for December rate cut come from negative market sentiment and may signal that more short-term price pain is coming to the crypto market until the Federal Reserve resumes easing rates. Jerome Powell said there were strongly differing views about how to proceed in December. A further reduction in the policy rate at the December meeting is not a foregone conclusion, and people are wondering, why didn't prices go up for crypto while the October rate was already fully priced in by investors who widely anticipated cuts months ahead of time, according to Matt Mina, a market analyst at 21 shares. Economist and former hedge fund manager Ray Dalio warned that the Federal Reserve is cutting rates into high asset prices, relatively low unemployment, and low credit spreads, which is a historic anomaly, meaning it's a horrible idea to do because it could do more damage to our economy than good. Dalio said that the Fed was actually stimulating the economy into a bubble that would eventually burst, adding that the feature typical of debt-laden economies headed toward hyperinflation and currency collapse. So, unfortunately, no rate cut looking like it's going to happen for December. We're going to potentially resume rates at 4.0 where we're at now. Michael Saylor says, we are buying. Strategy will add to its 640,000 Bitcoin by continuing to buy amid a flash crash in Bitcoin price, Saylor said. Although Strategy remains the company with the largest treasury of Bitcoin, it has seen its dominance decline as others enter into the market. Cryptocurrency exchanges like Coinbase, Metaplanet, Bitcoin treasury companies outpaced and outpurchased Strategy on Bitcoin in October.